Chapter 1. Giraffe, May 7th. Heading west on the 10 freeway, Jalil turns his head to Aliya, who is all consumed by her texting and that old-school notebook she's always scribbling in. Her father is moping. They drive in silence but for the chimes of her phone. She looks at him, a stranger really, more than a father, though she wouldn't deny her curiosity or her feeling of connection with him. Aliya turns off her phone and says, "That's it. Nobody's going to interrupt my last 20 minutes with you." He smiles and notices the bracelet she's wearing, the gold charm of a giraffe dangling from it. "You still have that? This? I sent that to you for, what, your 7th birthday? First communion? All the other kids got crosses and chalices. Why'd you send me a giraffe?" "Truth," Aliya nods. "It just fit. That, and it might have been all I could find. Where were you? Niamey in Niger, working for a French company that had some security concerns?" She looks at it dangling on her wrist. "You know about the giraffe?" she asked Jalil. "I know they have long necks. They do put their necks out. They accept challenges with vision and grace." He looks at her, a little surprised. She says with a gentle smile, "It still fits." At LAX, Jalil helps Aliya with her bags and a couple of boxes of supplies her mama's church donated for the camp, sunblock, hats and sunglasses. They are rushing. She is late for her flight. Once they finish at the ticket counter and approach the line for security check, Jalil has to ask, "I saw you and Reggie on the computer. Zanzibar?" Aliya shies away. "You didn't tell your mama." "Would you? Maybe I'll go to Zanzibar too." "You and what's his name?" "Kenan. He's picking me up at the airport in Mwanza. We're just friends." "Does he know that?" "Mama will worry enough as it is." "Did you tell your mama everything? Did you tell me everything?" He has an inkling more about the potential dangers she's going to face, but not the extent of them, and no, she didn't tell him everything either. "I'll be fine," as Aliya shuffles to the line on the inside of the rope and Jalil trails along on the outside. They both feel that they are too fast approaching the turn where they will part ways. "You know, I wish we had more time. I feel like we're just getting to know each other," Aliya says to him. Jalil nods. She finally asks the question that's been burning inside of her. "What made you come back?" "What do you mean?" "All those years away. Something must have happened for you to come back." He stares at her, gently touches her cheek. He pushes the bridge of her glasses up the centimetre that they have slid down her nose. After a long pause, he says, "You've really grown into a beautiful woman, Aliya. See, you're not telling me everything either. Your mama did right by you." "Yes, she did." Then half jokingly she says, "Who knows how it would have turned out if you'd stayed around." The line backs up behind her as the space in front of her grows. "I'm going to say this, and I mean it." She gives him a big warm hug and then continues, "I love you, Daddy." Before he can say anything, she bounds to the security checkpoint, carry-on in tow. Jalil is by the door watching her, his hands in his pockets. She turns and finds him gazing at her t-shirt on which is boldly printed, "Skin Deep." She waves goodbye. Tears swell in his eyes and he holds his hand out high to her. She goes through the gate and disappears into the crowd. He wishes he were a giraffe so he could still spot her.